rare and violent hailstorm tore through central Oklahoma on the evening of October 23rd, leaving behind a surreal landscape of ice-covered streets, battered rooftops, and stunned residents. The National Weather Service, NWS, issued multiple severe thunderstorm warnings as the storm system intensified, producing hailstones as large as golf balls and, in some areas, accumulating up to a foot of icy debris. The hailstorm struck just after sunset, catching many residents off guard. Meteorologists had warned of severe weather potential earlier in the day, but few anticipated the sheer volume and size of the hail that would descend on Oklahoma City and surrounding communities. Footage shared by local resident Cadence OKC showed him scooping up massive piles of hailstones from his backyard, exclaiming that it was literally a foot of hail. The video quickly went viral, capturing the attention of meteorologists and weather enthusiasts nationwide. KOCO 5 Chief Meteorologist Damon Lane compared the hailstones to the size of the OKC Thunder Championship ring, saying, "That's going to be the size of ping pong balls. Definitely big enough to do damage." According to hail tracking data from Stormersite and HailTrace, Oklahoma City recorded at least 7 hail reports within a 10-mile radius of the city center. The largest hailstones measured 1.5 inches in diameter, with the highest concentration of damage reports coming from the 73008 zip code. The storm impacted over 62,000 properties across 4 states, with Oklahoma bearing the brunt of the damage. Midwest City, Choctaw, and Nicoma Park were among the hardest-hit areas, where hailstones ranging from quarter-size to golf ball-sized pelted vehicles, rooftops, and power infrastructure. In Choctaw, KOCO field meteorologist Michael Armstrong reported, "The hailstones are getting bigger, at least a quarter size, maybe a little bit bigger, but there's so much of it. It's getting so loud here in the truck." One of the most surreal phenomena observed during the storm was the formation of hail fog, a misty vapor rising from the ground as the warm air met the sudden accumulation of ice. Residents in Midwest City described the streets as looking like a winter wonderland, despite temperatures hovering well above freezing. Local news outlet K4 captured dramatic footage of hail blanketing the ground in the MWC area around 8 p.m., with visibility reduced due to the fog and ice. The hailstorm was part of a larger severe weather system that swept across central and southern Oklahoma. The NWS had warned earlier in the day of the potential for supercell development, which can produce large hail, damaging winds, and even tornadoes. While no tornadoes were confirmed in Oklahoma City, a tornado warning was briefly issued near the Red River, underscoring the volatile nature of the storm system. Meteorologists explained that the unusually warm and moist air mass colliding with a cold front created ideal conditions for hail formation. Strong updrafts within the storm clouds allowed hailstones to grow larger before gravity pulled them to the ground. Despite the intensity of the storm, no fatalities or serious injuries were reported as of Friday morning. Emergency services responded swiftly to reports of downed power lines, shattered windows, and flooded intersections caused by clogged storm drains. Local authorities urged residents to remain indoors during the storm and to avoid driving until the hail had melted and roads were cleared. The Oklahoma Department of Transportation deployed crews overnight to assess damage and begin cleanup operations. Social media lit up with images and videos of the hailstorm with hashtags like KC Hail and Hailageddon trending regionally. Some residents expressed awe at the spectacle, while others lamented the damage to their vehicles and homes. "I've lived here for 20 years and never seen anything like this," said Amanda Reyes, a resident of Edmond. "It sounded like someone was throwing rocks at my roof for 30 minutes straight." Insurance companies have begun processing claims for hail damage, with early estimates suggesting millions of dollars in property losses across the metro area. Meteorologists emphasize the importance of heeding severe weather alerts and having a preparedness plan in place. October hailstorms are rare but not unprecedented in Oklahoma, and climate variability may be increasing the frequency of such extreme events. This storm is a reminder that severe weather can strike outside the traditional spring season, said NWS meteorologist Brian James. We encourage everyone to stay informed and have multiple ways to receive alerts. Meanwhile, an area of low pressure slowly making its way from the Four Corners region into Texas and Oklahoma Friday will bring severe weather that could produce flash flooding, hail, and even a few tornadoes into the first half of the weekend. Several rounds of thunderstorms will expand into the Ark-La-Tex region Saturday, bringing an increased risk of flash flooding as those storms move over the same area. Fox Weather exclusive storm trackers Corey Gerken and Brandon Montgomery followed a line of severe storms along the Red River in Wichita County, Texas Thursday evening. After an initial burst on Thursday, another round of storms raked across Kansas, Oklahoma, North Texas, including the Dallas-Fort Worth Metro and Central Texas on Friday morning. NOAA's Weather Prediction Center has placed parts of West and Central Texas under a Level 2 out of 5 risk of severe thunderstorms Friday, with large hail and damaging wind gusts as the main hazards. This area includes the San Antonio and Austin metros. A second round of severe thunderstorms is expected to fire Friday afternoon. Fox Weather meteorologist Craig Herrera noted Friday that winds out of the southeast from the Gulf are blowing perpendicularly to winds from the storm system, creating an elevated threat of tornadoes. NOAA's Storm Prediction Center has issued a 5% tornado risk for the same area covered by the Level 2 severe weather threat. Meanwhile, Oklahoma City and Dallas are included in Friday's flash flood threat, as rain produced by these storms will be enhanced by tropical moisture from the Gulf. As the low-pressure system slowly moves east into the weekend, the bulk of the heavier rain will move with it, meaning severe weather and the strongest downpours will likely occur Saturday afternoon for Houston, East Texas and western Louisiana, and Lake Charles. A Level 2 severe weather risk shifts into those areas Saturday. According to the Fox Forecast Center, a widespread area of 1 to 3 inches of rain can be expected through Sunday for Oklahoma, North and East Texas, southern Arkansas and Louisiana, with amounts exceeding 3 to 5 inches in areas where repeated storms track. Governor Greg Abbott has directed the Texas Division of Emergency Management to activate state emergency response resources as severe storms are possible across large portions of Texas, including Houston, through the weekend.
Wow, good thing I still have battery on
The storm system is expected to bring severe thunderstorms with large hail, damaging winds, possible tornadoes, heavy rainfall, and flash flooding.
7 right now.
The threat is particularly concerning because excessive rainfall on very dry, drought-hardened ground may cause water to run off more quickly, increasing the risk of localized flash flooding. The Houston area is expecting widespread rain and minor flooding in spots. Gusty winds and isolated tornadoes are also possible. Texas stands ready to deploy all emergency resources needed to help local officials respond to potential severe weather across the state, Governor Abbott said in a news release. State and local emergency response partners are actively monitoring weather conditions and are on standby to provide all necessary resources to protect Texans and our communities. Texans are encouraged to regularly monitor road conditions, make an emergency plan, and heed the guidance of state and local officials. The severe weather threat will begin across West Texas, the Panhandle, South Plains, and North Texas. As the weekend progresses, the risk will shift further south and east to include the Concho Valley, Permian Basin, Big Country, Hill Country, Piney Woods, Brazos Valley, Golden Triangle, and Deep East Texas regions, as well as South, Central, and Southeast Texas. Multiple state agencies are positioned to respond, including Texas A&M Engineering Extension Service Swiftwater Rescue Boat Squads and Urban Search and Rescue Teams, Texas Department of State Health Services Emergency Medical Task Forces, and Texas National Guard high-profile vehicles and helicopters with hoist capability. Officials are urging Texans to prepare by following instructions from local officials, making an emergency plan, and building an emergency kit with essential supplies. Residents can find severe weather safety tips at texasready.gov, check road conditions at drivetexas.org, and obtain flood safety information at texasflood.org.